Today I'm going to be making chicken ghee roast, but this is a dish that is quite versatile. You can make it with prawn, cauliflower, paneer, vegetables, but the essence remains common. So stick around till the end of this recipe to find out what goes into the making the ghee roast chicken. The first step is to marinate the chicken. We are making the chicken ghee roast, so obviously have the chicken here. I have taken around 500 grams, adding in 3 tablespoons of curd, half a teaspoon of turmeric, some salt, 2 spoons of chili powder, and squeeze a lemon. Make sure that you coat the chicken evenly with the marinade. Let this chicken rest for an hour. Well, these are the ingredients needed to prepare the masala for the ghee roast. 5 to 6 red chilies, 10 to 12 garlic, 1 spoon of cumin seeds, 2 spoons of coriander seeds, 1/4 spoon of mustard seeds, 1/4 spoon of fenugreek seeds, 10 to 12 cashews, 1/4 spoon of peppercorns, tamarind pulp about 2 spoons. I have extracted the tamarind pulp in hot water. Dry roast them one after the other and make fine paste out of it. And next we'll now dry roast the spices. Goes in cashews, and red chilies. Make sure that you're constantly moving this. Turn the heat to medium. Do not roast too much because if the chilies darken, then you lose the color. Next goes in coriander seeds, cumin seeds, and peppercorns. Make sure you do not burn the spices. If you burn the spices, it's gonna give a bitter note. Next, mustard seeds and fenugreek seeds. Let them cool completely. We'll now place them in the grinder. Chilies are nice and brittle, and add the rest of the spices. You need to grind all the ingredients into a nice powder. I'm adding in tamarind puree, roughly a couple of spoons. Add little water depending on the thickness that you would like for your masala. I like it to be a little thick. Masala is ready now. You can see it got deep orangish red sort of color, which is what we have here. Next, we need to cook the chicken that's been marinating for the last 1 hour or so. Take a thick and flat bottomed wok, that way you can comfortably work on the ghee and also the masala. I have a flat bottom sort of wok. Let's get things going. I have heated up the wok and adding it roughly about 4 tablespoons of ghee right now. After all, we are making a ghee roast. So once the ghee is melted, adding in the chicken pieces. You have got all the chicken and the marinade that's gone into the pan now. You basically now want to turn the flame up a bit and roast the chicken nicely in that ghee. Incorporate all that ghee rather well into the chicken. You wanted to ensure that none of the marinades stick to the pan. Keep stirring it. You can see the chicken is nice yellow at this stage. Make sure you get the ghee into every piece of the chicken. Keep working. You don't want any burnt bits at the bottom of the pan. You basically want to roast the chicken as high heat as possible, stirring it constantly. Now chicken is beginning to cook. So the idea is to cook the chicken roughly about 70 to 75% before remove it from the pan. As you cook the chicken in the marinade, you will have the moisture from it. As we cook the chicken in the pan with the ghee and later with the masala, all that liquid will boil away and it will add to the flavor of the chicken and also cooks away. So you won't have much of liquid by the time we have done with the chicken ghee roast. Now check for doneness at this level. The fork is penetrating clearly into the piece and the chicken is almost cooked. We stir about a couple of minutes before we remove it from the pan. Remove off the pieces gently from the pan. As you can see, there are still some of the juices simmering away, which brings to the next step of this recipe. It's time to add in the masala. I'm introducing that vibrant orange reddish masala to the pan. Well, it was yellow semi-liquid earlier, that's turning into reddish sort of color. Stir it constantly so that anything doesn't stick to the bottom. Once the ghee floats to the top, you know that masala is cooked. And as the aroma of the masala fills the entire kitchen. Now it's time to introduce the chicken back to the pan and let the chicken acquainted with the masala. Just stir it to unify into the masala. Keep stirring away constantly. You know the ghee roast requires a bit of an effort. But once you are done with the ghee roast, your efforts will get paid off. Scrape through all the masala. As the chicken is closer to getting completely cooked, do check the salt. I feel need a bit salt to be added. The chicken is cooked all the way through. It's time to have some finishing touch. I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of coconut powder, half a spoon of coriander powder. It really increments the flavor. Give it a nice stir. And add in enough amount of curry leaves. I'll be a little more generous of the curry leaves. Every piece of the chicken is coated in the ghee roast masala that every bite is so satisfied. You can see the curry leaves emanating the flavor. Masala is integrated so well into the chicken. Well, the ghee roast is ready now. I'm gonna remove this in a serving platter. You can have it with nice parathas or steamed rice. Well, this is a sort of dish that's quite versatile enough to be tasted combinative with a whole clump of accompaniments. Do try this and relish. If you like this recipe, please like, share and subscribe. Stay tuned for more recipes. Thank you.